You are now locked into the Express Truth Show, presented by Mark Hamilton and Sapper Divine. Real talk, real action.
Yes. Yes. You know what time it is, man? It's Thursday. It's Express Truth, here to bring you some more Express Truth. Always factual, always 100% real. And what's the topic of discussion for today is, what's the feeling?
All right, before we get into that,
all right.
Just want to say good evening out there, good night.
Good evening, man. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, man.
Now we're having some there's some technical difficulties because obviously there's some higher powers that are obviously messing with the frequencies and that.
Trying to
fight
down
things from going
in.
But we've got Noble here on the line. Noble, what you saying, man?
Shalom, ballads, paradise, Rahu Bat, Hotep, Assalamu alaikum. What it be like? Good night, good day, peace to all.
Yeah, man. So for the YouTube people, just bear with us, man. There's some technical difficulties. For Mixler, should be running all right still. If any problems, let us know. But remember, aside from all these problems, if there's any issue, you can always go to the ever so faithful iTunes store and listen to any one of the broadcasts for free. So I'm saying, and you won't get no problem on there. Because that's pre-recorded.
No technicals at all.
Try that, yeah. But as Stephen was saying, today we're gonna talk about this whole Gods of Egypt movie.
Yes.
That they're advertising right now, which has not gotten which is an all-white cast basically. So there's a lot of uproar.
But it's running on the heels of its predecessor, man. I think was it earlier in the year or last year?
Exodus.
Gods and Kings and it, something like that.
Yes.
I think that was the story of Moses though. And obviously they refixed it for the 21st century. And well, I don't know what they did because during the process of refixing it, Moses lost a lot of melanin and had to draw for the sunscreen instead. Just one of them things, and it's Hollywood, innit? It's Hollywood, man. Obviously, it's them powers that be. They're in the hot seat, so they can do whatever they want. Because obviously, in 10, 15 years, there'll probably be a Tupac buyout, and they'll say Tupac was white.
You don't know.
You get me? So, but the main issue of why we're here, obviously, we want to kind of try and find out why these kind of things are always allowed to happen, man. And obviously, certain people, they might be making noise about it, but you know they're going to see it opening day same way.
You don't know. They're going to pay their £10 and go to the cinema and go propagate it.
Popcorn, nachos, large Coke, everything.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? I'm a man who I don't even go cinema no more, man. I can't afford it, man. I'll keep it 100. I can't afford it, man.
Serious though. And also what we got to think about the bigger picture, right? We know that there's some real crazy things going on within this world. And if we just look at the entertainment side, we see what they're portraying. So if we're going to say, okay, well, you know, certain things are happening, we don't like what's happening. How do we make the change? We say, okay, as we said, they're charging too much money to go see these films. So let's withdraw. Let's not go to the movies and spend this crazy amount of money, £50 a time in essence. You can be spending to take to a tree to go. Let's not do that. Let's support the bootlegger. And then what happens then is them people are feeling it in their pockets. They're like, well, no one's going to the cinema no more. That's why you got these downloads. You got Netflix. You got all these different mediums for you to see the same thing there. People ain't going to cinema no more.
Yeah, you're right, man. It's true. But we have to look at with this whole Gods of Egypt situation. I'm seeing there's a lot of people getting vexed out there. A lot of people are upset. It's angering a lot of people, as it should, because at the end of the day, you're making a film about Egypt. and it's like obviously a fantasy film where people are fighting all kind of monsters and creatures, and it's an all-white cast. But this is something that I'm very passionate about, and going back to some of my previous points, that I put this thing up on WhatsApp probably 2 years ago to say, yo, there was a petition they were signing. There was a petition that was being put online to say, yo, all right, sign if we get enough signatures. But then at the same time, we're fed up of begging for things, man. We have to make our own movies. We have to make our own movies, man. If you want to tell your story, you can't expect another man from another background, another race to tell your story. If you're gonna, for us to tell our own story, we have to make our own films, and that's the long and short of it. And it's sad, but at the end of the day, we have to make our own films. Like right now, you've got what's the guy's name from Shawshank Redemption? No, not him. The other one, Danny Glover. Danny Glover's trying to make a film about the Haitian Revolution right now.
Yes,
and he can't get the funding.
He's trying,
of course.
They're blocking him. They're blocking him. They're saying,
yeah, carry on, bro.
They're saying, look, you just nowhere on earth you're going to bring forth any kind of historical facts about the Haitian Revolution, because we touched on last week. That is a very poignant and catapulting vision and part of history, which we as melanated people can look back on and say, "Rah, they did that back then," with the help of Jamaica and surrounding islands to come and help and fortify Haiti and defeat the Western powers on multiple occasions. They're like, no, you're not making that film unless the rich people who are black, who have money, say, you know what? Here you go, Danny Glover. Let's do this here. That film is not going to be made.
But you see, the thing about it is, it's like the point we're at now. We should be able to raise that money ourselves. So I'm saying, man should be the amount of money that goes into designer clothes, Jordans, all them kind of things. That money, what would you say it would cost to make a film like that? 20, 30 mil?
Yeah.
All right, really, for a Hollywood film, that's nothing. Because the new Fantastic Four film they just made, 120 mil. But that's Marvel.
Exactly.
But remember, when they made the first Iron Man, it was only a 40 mil budget. See what I'm saying?
Serious?
Yeah, man. So you have to look at it now and say to yourself, you know what? We should. If we can't raise that kind of money, we can't be complaining. Because at the end of the day, I won't be watching the. Matter of fact, I'm gonna watch it because I need to see exactly what's going on. So I will watch the film.
I might take it in, you know.
I'm saying,
like I said, I made the Exodus thing. I swerved that on purpose, though. So I might take in this one just to see how bad it really is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man,
we are gonna peep it. We are definitely gonna peep it, but as highlighted,
showbox.
Yes, I heard, because it looks very fantastical. And again, let's touch on it. It's called The Gods of Egypt.
Yes.
So is it the gods plural?
No, it's the gods of Egypt.
Plural, gods. So, okay, so multiple. So we're talking about multiple deities, because remember, there's only one creator, who created all. And then you've got God's deities, lowercase g's. So we're talking about that. And then it talks about, he references a place which biblically is known as Mizraim. And then later on, it was known as Kemet, K-H-E-M-M-E-O-I-T-T. Many different variations of the spelling of that. Some people pronounce it Kemet and roll and pronounce the H. And some people say Kemet. Now, Egypt is from Egyptus, which is a Greek. This is a Grecian term. So again, they're painting the picture of when Alexander the Great, so-called, went in. Mark Antony, the man, went in and did the thing over there and whitewashed Egypt. So it's, we just need to look at those little things. We need to take it in and look at what's actually being done and what's being portrayed.
Yeah, they're obviously going to make themselves look like there's some top gods or some top, because that's how Hollywood do. And the thing about it is, it's like, from the bottom, you have to support independent black film. I'm not talking about NWA film, because at the end of the day, behind the scenes, that's a white film.
That was a studio budget.
That's a studio film.
That was a big budget thing.
So I'm saying, people keep saying Dre's a billionaire and all this. Well, why don't he finance his own film? See what I'm saying?
He wasn't going to be part of the project or something originally, innit?
He wasn't meant to be part of it, but still, you're a billionaire and you've gone to a studio to tell your story. Now, we can tell a story with our own money, but basically, that I've read some of what that what the director said, and he's basically said, like, it's our money.
Ridley Scott.
We can do what we want to do. So I'm saying, because it's our film. I mean, they got one black guy in it, but for the most part,
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, the whole cast is white. But at the end of the day, like I said, if you're not gonna support your own from the bottom up, then you ain't got nothing. There's nothing you can be upset about. So I'm saying, there's nothing. If you're not supporting your own people, there's nothing you can be upset about. Because right now, it's a sad state of affair that people are complaining and crying, and people are complaining and crying and saying, they're not portraying us how we meant to. They're not putting true Egyptians in this and doing that and doing this. But like I said, if a small little film can't even raise the dough, how you expect a big film to raise the dough on them levels?
That's true, but instead they have to be drawing for what they say, fake tan and eyeliner and all that to try and make them look more ethnic. That's what I just read on this website. Yeah, that's what I had to do for Exodus. I just read it on the website. I had to use a bag of fake tan and orange juice. So I don't even know what kind. Probably brown sauce as well.
Curry powder, man.
You get me?
Man,
try look at hot chocolate powder, some of that Cadbury's dust on it to try and make a man look more ethnic. Because obviously there's no dark people or black people around to do the parts, ironically so. And obviously Chadwick, he just seems like the token black man who's in the thing. Let's put one nignug in there to keep him quiet. You get me? Really and truly. Because because obviously they could have easily just cast that part to a nobody, you get me? Because when man's watched the film, it's probably not even he's a god. He's what? Thoth, god of wisdom. But I guarantee it's not a big role though. Guarantee. Or we'll probably die in the opening credits or some stupidness like that.
you know, we know what the synopsis have how they do it, man. Rarely a heavily melanated person is gonna be lasting through the whole of the thing. They ain't lasting.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna kill him off early.
Opening credits, someone's gonna head top him with a magical sword or something. You get me? So
what's the solution? How we move forward from this? How do you move forward from this happening from them for true now?
It's happening again.
For them trying to so that in the future they're in a film like the life story of Michael Jackson. Obviously he's a white man, but showing him like as a full white man. You see what I'm saying?
True.
Listen.
These kind of things,
sure,
realistically.
Oh yeah, we got to firstly, yes, as you say, raise the issue, raise it to the forefront, and let's talk about it. And as well as we're going to build on that, is try and bring forth some solutions, right? But let me just highlight another thing, because I read this maybe 9 months ago, up to a year ago. They're going to be doing a Martin Luther King film, right?
Yeah,
and they're talking about having Leonardo DiCaprio as the main character who's going to play Martin Luther King. And the reasoning behind this is that he's such a talented actor that he would be able to play it off. And they've got prostheses which are so advanced that they can put him on there and make him a black man. So watch this space, family. It's going down, siblings. It makes no odds. The victor of a war will write history. You know what I mean? At the moment, there's no real historical battles really taking place, except for, again, what we touched on last week. But what's going on now? It's a battle for people's minds.
So what?
You know,
so what is it? Is it the eradication of the black actor or actress?
Yes,
actresses.
Because some people were trying to say that basically they're using they've used a lot of black actors to play parts that was originally white. You know, like the Human Torch in in that film,
Fantastic Four.
In Fantastic Four, and then they've used.
But they kicked up a storm over that.
They kicked up a storm,
and in Man of Steel, they changed Perry White to black.
But in the comments, they're saying that basically, if they can change that, then they can change this.
No, they can't, because I'll tell you for certain, the Perry White thing in Man of Steel, who gives a crap about that? Let's be honest. I love comic books and all that. Anyone who knows me knows that. But that don't matter, because Perry White ain't a main geezer. You ain't going to watch Superman to see Perry White. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. He's barely on the screen, so that don't even matter. And in Fantastic Four, who cares? So what if he was black? They change it all the time. For those who really into this comic thing, there's a black Spider-Man now. Miguel, no, not Miguel. I can't remember his name. His name will lose me. But there's a new, obviously, because there's different. This is what people need to realize. Obviously, there's different universes within the Marvel thing. So in one universe, Peter died, and then he's actually half black. Yeah, he becomes the new Spider-Man, and he's running around and doing his thing and all of that. There's a lot of black heroes. Obviously, they just don't want to push them to the forefront. Just one of them, because it wasn't no big deal. So what? It was black. Did that ruin the film? No, it didn't. Don't make no difference.
But this is the they're trying to use this to say that look,
it's not the same thing. All right, maybe. Sorry to cut you. Maybe if to change the whole cast of Fantastic Four to black mans or more ethnic people, black mans, Asian mans, whatever, anyone with that kind of hue, that kind of color. You get me? Then they could have had a leg to stand on, but it was one character. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's one character. But they're gonna draw for it. They're gonna pluck at straws to try and prove the point. You get what I'm saying? To try and come up with some kind of rational argument for this thing. But they don't have one. It's simple as they didn't want to cast the black man. Simple as that. Let's just be honest. Let's just call a horse a horse. You get me?
I mean, I can't. I'm kind of still stuck on the fence, because I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, in one breath, black actors are not getting the recognition, and secondly, we're not getting even the roles that we deserve to play, like a film that's clearly about that clearly them roles are suitable for black actors. Let me say it like that, because there's a lot of comments that I've seen on the net where people are arguing and going back and forth. Well, I'm saying a black man suitable to play an Asian Egyptian, But then at the same time, I'm thinking, well, if you ain't got nothing,
you're made for that role.
Yeah, but then I'm thinking, if you ain't making the film, have you got a leg to stand on? Because if I'm putting my money into something, I can make a film called Kings of England, and the man's as black as tar.
True.
Because it's my money. If it's my money, I can do what I want. And so if you don't own it, you can't be crying saying, we should be playing this role. If it's my film, then I can do what I want.
What you saying? Some of these rich American athletes, musicians, public figures, whatever they're famous for, whatever they're rich for, what are you trying to say? They should come together and build up a black studio.
Basically, yeah.
Build up a black version of Bollywood. Is that what you're saying?
More or less, yeah. And then make your own film, because if you really check it out, when you look at Bollywood, they can make whatever film they want.
They can do what they like.
They can do whatever they want because it's their money.
Superheroes. They do all sorts. They do everything.
They can do whatever they want because it's their money, and they don't care. They're just like, yo, our people's coming out to watch it. So,
but then
whether you like it or not,
I was just gonna say that the fact of the matter is, as well, they got the money to do it and all that. But you hit the nail on the head right there, fam. Their people actually come out to support the thing, because obviously anyone who's local to Bro knows that they always have them Bollywood films and at Star City, and you always see their people going to support them. But the thing is, all right, let's flip the script. Say we actually had that position, we had that kind of power. Say, all right, for example, back-to-back films, we got a big boy studio and distribution like Marvel and Disney, yeah? We're cranking out these black films, these knowledgeable films, these intellectual films. How much of these youths or people are really going to come and support the thing? Let's be honest.
Yeah,
is it going to be wrong?
You're wrong there. You're wrong there.
Hold on. I'm wrong. How am I?
You're wrong.
Go to.
Because anytime it's our thing, we usually do that support. But really, it's not. If we don't watch a film, if me and you go to watch Fast and Furious tomorrow, are we supporting Fast and Furious? Or are we watching it because we want to watch it?
True, you're watching it.
Yeah, you're watching it because you want to. So
true.
That's the thing, like with us, where not you yourself, but we're kind of stuck in this way of we want support, but we're not a football team. So if I make a film, if I make a film, and a man don't want to watch the film, he don't want to watch the film.
Yeah.
I don't want you to come and watch it if you don't want to watch it.
I get that.
We have to get past that stage now of like, so I'm saying,
all right. I agree with you with there, but all right, put that to the side though. But what my issue is, my point still remains. My point is what I'm saying is, blood. If we were to make those kind of films, like those thought-provoking films, that's what I'm saying. It's like, all right, forget the support thing. Are people gonna want to watch it in those kind of numbers? Like a man who would go and watch Gods, what is his name? Gods and Kings, whatever.
And that's called Gods of Egypt.
Sorry, Gods of Egypt, or the new Spider-Man thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
In the current state, no, of course not, because truth is something very, very dangerous in this current state in time. 2015, to know the truth, right, and to operate within truth is something. It's a heavy responsibility, because people are they're comfortable with the numbness. They're comfortably numb in the fact that they're going to turn on the television and they're going to regurgitate whatever's told to them. They're going to wear whatever state they've been told to wear. Then, they're just stuck, totally stuck. So they don't care. They don't care about nothing currently. But then you've got a small selection of people who are seeking the truth, you know what I mean, or who are already in the truth, so they're going to support. Eventually, system going as you're purporting, for us to actually do that there and to have that machine behind us to crank out the material, it's going to trickle down. It's not going to trickle down to everybody within our nation, I'm talking specifically, but we're going to have a mass of people outside of the nation looking in saying, hold up, what are back-to-back films doing? How are they consistently able to bring out quality material on a regular basis, bringing forth truth? How can they do it?
True.
How can we get piece of this here? Can we do a distribution deal with these guys? Can we buy the company off them?
True. So all right. So it's a good point, no. So all right. So what would be the plan then? We keep doing what we're doing, and we say we try and branch out to like maybe Europe, America.
You have to. We know this much, yeah.
Yeah.
The Western blacks are not on board with this movement.
When you say Western, what do you mean, fam? Do you mean
the West? Well, I'm
West,
talking,
or do you mean
Europe,
UK?
I'm talking Europe. I'm talking America. Yeah, America too. Because Americans are much further than us. But if you notice,
not everyone's there. Though.
Every film's about drugs.
Yeah.
Mans with guns, all that. There's never no uplifting film. So what I'm trying to say is,
because I don't want to see that, fam.
You've got Nollywood.
Denzel couldn't get an actor. Denzel couldn't get an Oscar till he was a bad boy, fam.
But you got Nollywood though. Look at Nollywood.
The Africans are doing their thing.
But remember that Nollywood, the closest thing we got. Obviously, what I'm telling you straight. I tried to watch them.
No. I can't. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. We like them. I tell you for fact. The Africans, obviously, Jamaicans as well. Because my mum and I watch them, and watching my paper and back home watch them in yard.
Yeah.
You get me? It's like you have to have that kind. Maybe you have to have that kind of mentality. But even with the Nollywood thing, that can run because Africans are a different. You can almost say they're a different type of black because they do support their thing. They rip their thing.
But they know the value.
Nigeria.
You see that though, Steve?
Ivory Coast.
See that though?
Yeah.
Man, you see that as you say, man. Obviously they've been through colonialism, etc. But they ain't been through what we've been through, so they've still retained an essence of listen. We got to stick together, man. I mean, we can't block into Hollywood how we want to. So we're going to create this here, just like the East Indians have done with Bollywood. We're going to do the Nollywood thing, West African style, you know what I mean?
So the issue, all right, so to kind of reinforce what Mark was saying then. So what's the issue with the Western blacks then? Are we too busy trying to conform to like...
Yes.
I don't want to put no color on it. The man's plan. We're trying to fit into his system.
Yeah, trying to beg.
Obviously, it wasn't designed for us, so you got to learn to. This is what people don't want to hear, though. People that can consistently going to try and want to break into his thing and be his little lapdog. Even subconsciously, you're trying to do things for his approval.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
Like I don't want to touch back on it, like all the Paris thing. You get me? Oh, I've got messages to read out.
No. I'm trying to. They won't let us. We might have to turn on the camera. I'm gonna turn on the camera.
You're gonna put it on the cam because even this recent Paris thing. I went on because obviously I don't use Facebook too tough no more. But I was on Facebook recently and it just scrolling through, Obviously, Nob's tagged me in a couple of conscious things and that. So I'm scrolling through my Facebook now, scrolling through my friends list and that. And I'm seeing, obviously, I saw the same expected. People have changed their thing to the French thing. But I'm seeing black faces. I'm like, hold on.
Yes.
I'm like, what's going on? I'm seeing like Caribbean people and all them thing there. I'm saying, don't you know your history, fam?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You get me? I don't want to. I'll throw up 2 pictures of my thing, you know, and they'll probably. That's the only reason I haven't done it yet.
No, but this is the problem. What I'm saying, like, too much people are stuck into the mentality. Yeah, you can switch it around still.
Nah, I'm trying to get it fully.
Yeah, too much people are stuck into the mentality of asking. We've got filmmakers, man. We've got filmmakers. I mean, we can pick up a camera like the next man, but obviously you need a budget for things like explosions and to block off streets. Yeah. You need to pay your actors, but you can get the money together if you can get the money together.
Things like that can be.
But CGI is very expensive. But to me, I was more upset at a film like Gladiator. I was more upset about that.
What do you mean?
Because Gladiator, there was no Spanish man who was killing it like that. I don't care what no one
You know
says.
what? You know I ain't seen it fully. I need to rewatch it.
There was no. If you watch Gladiator,
who's the Spanish read it? What was he? The Emperor?
Nah, they had a Spanish guy. Have you watched it, Noble?
Yeah.
If you know, they used to call him Spaniard, didn't it? What is his name? Spaniard. He was like a Spanish geezer who was like a warrior. The black geezer was fighting behind him. I was like, you not weren't no warriors like that. But obviously, that's what I'm saying. But that more upset me, like Gladiator, because that's something that we used to dominate. You see what I'm saying? We the original combat.
Yes.
That's why they put us in there for that. They put us in there for that, man.
No, we was playing the back seat though. But then again, I can't be a hypocrite.
And that's when we started the back-to-back thing from them days. You get me?
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. But I can't be a hypocrite because I have to still say, you need your own thing. If you ain't got your own thing, you can't keep begging a man.
Yeah, I think, you're right there. I think that's our main issue, you know. Obviously, these kind of things, they're still going to upset people, and obviously people are going to speak out. I'm not fighting that down. You should be able to voice your opinion and speak out against something that you think's wrong. But the thing is, those same people that are speaking out, think about this to yourself. And I hope some of you are listening, you're speaking out about it and complaining how they use an all-white cast. Are you supporting the black stuff though? Or let's not even say black, the in-house stuff. Are you trying to make us build for a better tomorrow? Like build better films, trying to leave the gangster life stigma alone. Obviously they were good. Obviously, those were let's not be honest, let's not get it twisted. Those were the 90s bangers. Yeah. New Jack City, Boys in the Hood, all them 80s, 90s, all them thing there. But we're in the 21st century now, man. It's 2015. I think we've kind of done the gangster thing to death now.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the thing is, literally, at least with some of them stories, there was like a message.
Boys in the Hood had a message.
Yeah, there was a message.
New Jack City had a message.
Major message in that, man.
Boys in the Hood for these new things, there's no message in these new ones.
Nah.
For me, that Boys in the Hood, it was a real gritty, tough. That was a Singleton joint, wasn't it? I'm sure.
Ricky!
Ricky, man. He's the motherfucking tree, right?
That was mad.
Fishburne was taking mans around the hood talking about gentrification. Who had heard about gentrification back in flipping early 90s, 89, them kind of times? No one heard about that there. No one knew about that there. And I'm seeing the concept, didn't really understand it, but I'm peeping it. And I'm seeing that take place right here in my own city, where gentrification is running rife throughout Newtown, throughout Edgbaston, Ladywood. Yeah, I mean, they are taking the pee. But as we say, we don't see any kind of film post that bringing forth any kind of jewels. There's no jewels being dropped. It's just niggas dying.
Exactly, because even when I'm gonna call that film name, you know,
go on.
You see like a film like Shutters and all them kind of film. There's no message.
There's no message in that, man. He just wanted to be the bad boy everywhere.
There's no message. Shatter, Killer Season, all these other films. Don't get me wrong, we had the little NWA film, but even that to a degree, you see what I'm saying?
But yeah, I wouldn't even include. I wouldn't include that. I wouldn't include that only because
I wouldn't.
That was a buy-up, innit? You get me?
It's a buy-up, but it's still
it still
was a bias. It was still a bias thing.
Yeah, push the gangster thing.
Not even that. I don't mind because, like you said, it's a buy-up.
Yeah.
But it weren't out though because really, to me, it was Marvel should have signed it because Dre was Superman. Dre should have put a cape on. Because Marvel signed that.
You know which bit was super. All right, just to go off topic a little bit. I can't remember you told me before I watched it. That super fake part when he slams the hotel door and all them mans are strapped up. They would have put bare holes in the door, fam. How you just closing the door, fam, man? Unless the door's bulletproof, fam. You get me? Yeah. He was the only man. He never even got. It didn't even hold a slap.
But that's why I can't rate the film because to me, it wasn't really accurate. It wasn't really an accurate. Exactly.
The picture that was going on because Easy was the man. Easy was the man. He was running things. He was the boss.
Yeah, they kind of made it a little starfish though.
Well, that's it because Gage is trying to portray this position like Man wasn't in the world-class wrecking crew with a sequin jumpsuit on, with eyeliner, foundation, and lip gloss.
True that. But obviously they could do that to Easy because remember none of Easy's people or family were really involved in the project. To get me, because his son was screaming out saying, "Yo, yeah, I know they didn't want him at all." Because his son was screaming out saying, "Yo, Dre, no one even hollered me and and this, that, and the other." So obviously they could paint whatever picture they wanted of Easy. Because let's be honest, when he died, despite what the film wants to show, they weren't on cool terms. I'm sure it was only DJ Yellow who went to his funeral, you know.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. But now all of a sudden that's what I say to you. When you've got the money, you know, you can do what you want. Because obviously, look, if we look at that film, we know it was accurate. Everything I've watched about it, around it, we know it wasn't an accurate reflection of what went. So people obviously are looking and saying to themselves, you know what? They're watching the film, but they can't still get a message from it because there was no clear, solid message. So that's why I include that in the list.
Okay.
Films like Friday had a solid message. You know, when the dad's dropping certain, it's like you win some, you lose some. You live you don't pull out the gun, you live to fight another day. Then even the bit when the dad, like, it shows a family and the dad saying like, I come in the toilet, like, I've smelled yours for the 28 years or whatever. It's showing you like, look, a black family structure. You got your your neighborhood bully who gets his comeuppance in the end. You see what I'm saying? So them kind of films now are fully disappeared off the face of the earth. Now that's why we're gonna get Gods of Egypt, all white cast. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you ain't got no money. Yeah, money talks. Money, especially in Hollywood, money talks.
Of course, but look at it. You bring an excellent point. Cuba Gooding, not even Cuba Gooding, sorry, Cuba Vision. Which is, how up that nigga is. You telling me he couldn't reach an in pocket and say, "Yo, Danny Glover, let's do this here." Cuba Vision, let's do this. We'll add some special effects into this here. I could do local action scenes. It's on and popping.
Well, clearly he's not interested in it. Clearly, no one's interested because there's bare American dons who could defend that. They could defend that without even blinking. You get me? It wouldn't even hurt a man's pocket.
Yeah, a man should be able to put
all
that
it
together.
probably mean is, you know what? I don't buy 10 Ferraris or something this year. It ain't gonna mean nothing to a man. You get me?
This is the problem. A film like that should be getting backed
left, right, and center
immediately. A film about that, because remember how powerful is that for that to come out?
Yeah.
Because really,
imagery.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That kind of film to come out. Imagine, like, even with that Gods of Egypt now, really it's laughable because when I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know what? But at the same time, they've made it like a fantasy thing as well, where
I think, you know what? I think that's mostly what it's gonna be, you know.
Yeah, they've made it a fantasy.
Looking at the
like
cast, because I obviously I was glancing on this thing. Obviously, you got Russell Crowe in the forefront. I think you got
Gerard Butler, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, Gerard. Yeah, Gerard. Yeah, I'm thinking of Gladiator.
They might look to see him.
Probably brothers. Obviously, you got Gerard now. Who's the other cat? You got. Hold on, let me find his name. You got that. You got one of the.
And the thing is, I actually like
Geoffrey
Gerard
Rush.
Butler. I'm surprised he took that. I'm surprised Gerard Butler took that role. You know,
why are you surprised?
I'm shocked he took that role because he's a realist. Even when you listen to him talk, I'm surprised he was a part.
I know the blood. You know why he took?
He let me down.
I know the cake was serious for this.
That's it, man. It's about that guap.
Ridley Scott don't do no liquor man things, you know, fam.
Innit, man? He's on some big boy shit.
Yeah, Ridley Scott is not no up and coming. That's established from alien days. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, the man, he's got it, but still, Gerard Butler's the kind of man who I thought he'd probably read that.
Well, you thought he had too much.
What actors you? And when they said like,
so you know what? Cast. That brings you to a point, fam. Well, I think we've touched on this. Everyone has a price, you know.
Yes.
When a man see them zeros, you know, fam, and he gets them big dollar signs in his eyes like a cartoon, fam, and his heart start jump out his chest, blood. I'm not gonna do anything, fam. He would have painted his face black and put on big fake red lips and started jumping around for that money, fam.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
Minstrel days, all them thing there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's embarrassing, man.
You know what? That might be the next thing to come back, you know.
A lot of people would be ready to jump in it.
They're jumping it with talk, like we always do. We just talk. Everyone, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Everyone's a chatty patty online. That's why I always say, don't be a chatty patty, man. Don't be an internet gangster. Don't be a keyboard warrior. You get me? Everyone's bad. Everyone's a bad man behind a screen, you know. Yeah,
it's sad. Yes. It's sad. It's really sad, man, that a film like that with such a bold title, such a bold, and even when you look at the artwork for the film, you know, you can tell there's got behind it, man. Yeah, look what I mean. Got serious got behind that film. Show that in the camera.
Yeah, man.
Can you see that? Yeah. There's serious money behind this project. I'm talking 100 plus, easy to build that, because the CGI alone, there's a scene I seen where there's some snakes in that, some giant snakes. I'm talking the trailer, yeah, man, some giant snakes that are just slithering up through the Look mad. Yeah, man, it's serious, man. Very serious, man. So that's what I'm trying to say. If you're talking about this film, you're talking about very big backative. I'm not sure how much it is Danny Glover needs still. But if you really check it out, though, Cube Vision hasn't really put nothing together, really, that was really epic. Because we could make a Friday.
Yeah. Was that Cube Vision, though?
Yeah, Friday was his first thing. That was his first thing. Yeah. He's made all the Fridays. Probably from after Friday, kind of, well, Barbershop's kind of had a message still. There was a message, but it wasn't epic. When I say epic, I mean like Cube Vision hasn't never made nothing like a action film that has really demanded. Even that last film he done with Kevin Hart, rubbish. Right, there's a part 2 coming, you know. Rubbish. I'm not even watching that. The first one was terrible. Obviously, let's talk. If you're talking, all right, I'm glad you said Kevin Hart. If we're talking about black actors right now, it's only really my man who's pumping out flicked, you know. But they're just Kevin Hart. Yeah, but he's the only brother who's pumping. No, I said this to I think I said this to my cousin on my bridging. But I said, a man can go back on it and check it. I said, check all of my man's films, you know. There's always someone else in there. I don't think he's really had a film where he's fully carried it himself, you know. Even from Soul Plane, fam. Look how much cats are in Soul Plane. Yeah, from John Witherspoon to Snoop Dogg. You get me? There's bare cats in that, you know. Even I'll tell you which one's right. All right, I'm not gonna lie. The Get Hard thing, but it's him and Will Ferrell. Yeah, but I think that, you know. It's all right, you know. I'm not even gonna lie. It's on the showbox thing. I watch it on the. It's all right, man. Typecast again. Typecast, because look at how T.I. is going in the film. Yeah, it's true. You know what I'm saying? It's typecast, fam. Like, I'm not having, like, at the end of the day, there's been no film. There's been, if you want, even you and Noble can name me a film, well, I can say, you know what? That film, solid from, like, that. There was a film I watched here, one of the best films I watched in the last, say, 2 years. Gone Girl. You watch Gone Girl? The Ben Affleck thing. Yeah. I need to watch that. You were telling me about that. You see, from top to all right, basically, there's a guy. He goes out, he meets this girl, but the girl's like a psychopath. Like, she does all kind of things. Like, I'm not going to ruin it for people, but she does all kind of things to kind of eat. When she finds out he's cheating on it, she does all kind of things. Now, the writing for that film was deep because there's a lot of effort that went into that, and there's a solid message. Like when you leave the film, when you leave the cinema after that film, you think to yourself,
thinking about it.
You think about it a couple of days after, like, damn, you could, a normal man could end up in that situation. So what I'm trying to say is, when is the last offering we've put together done that? I don't want to hear about power. I don't want to hear about empire.
No. Hold on, wait. No, I'm glad you. Obviously, I wasn't gonna mention them. Now you've mentioned them. We'll touch on them.
Yeah.
Empire for one. It's my blood. I swear it could have been jumped up by Walt Disney, fam. Because it's the shit's in the clouds. Yep. The man have 3-year-old. One's a little brat. One's homosexual, and one's bipolar. I think he's beyond bipolar. He's just crazy. First, him love the little brat. Hates the homosexual one. Don't read. Has a level of disdain for the bipolar one. Flip the script. Him love the homosexual one. Him run the thing. He hates the little brat one. Him dash where the little mad bipolar one. Him say, yeah, madman. Because obviously he's got because he kind of said, because you got the white woman and rare. You get what I'm saying? So Empire, especially if you watch from season 1 to season 2, the writers have lost the plot. Their head's gone out the window. Power doesn't have no message. Power is more real though. It shows the road thing, but it's not
no message.
There's not. That's what I was gonna say.
It's raw road thing.
Yeah, it's not raw road thing. It's 50-50 because he's got. I don't want to ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it. It's 2 brothers. Man's come up from the road. They're killing it. They're caked up, and that man lives in the penthouse and all this. But they've got fronts. They got the laundromats on it, fam. They had the laundromats first to wash some money, and then obviously they opened the club, and it's talking about, we got the club. What's the club called? Truth, innit?
Truth, yeah, that's it.
Truth, and they're in there washing the money and rare. But it's gritty still. It's got the gritty bits when it's ready and all that. It's entertaining. Okay. I'd probably say it's more entertaining and more real than Empire. But yeah, I have to agree with Mark. Neither one has a message though. So if you're looking for a message, you're looking in the wrong place.
Nah, it's a dreadful film.
You know what our issue is? Sorry, Nobs. But you know what our issue is? I think our main issue is that's what we just aim for the entertainment. We don't aim to like pass on any knowledge or leave a lasting impression. We just want to be like, yo, did you see that explosion? Yo, you see what my man just shot him in the head? And you get me? We just want that little buzz, the little entertainment, that little wow factor.
Yeah.
But you see the problem with
it's the truth.
Carry on, fam.
It's the truth, because it's an excellent point. Mans ain't looking to enrich themselves or to try and get anything else out of it. It's about the short-term pleasure or the short-term little bit of a high, the little rush. Yeah, man, that was a heavy film. You see how many mans got killed. It's not about, you know what? They mentioned that character or they mentioned that place. Let me go pull out my phone and then can just do some research and try and understand what's going on in that place. So, you know what I mean? They're just interested in the explosions, the killing, the fast cars, nothing which is going to give themselves any kind of foundation or understanding of anything.
Yeah, it's a joke, man. It's an absolute joke. When I watch Power, I just think, damn, you lot have got no message. You lot have got no.
They're just there for the flash.
It's just
flash
there.
And bang.
Yeah, it's just there's no end goal. There's no end game, shall I say? Then you watch. To me, Empire, and people's gonna get upset, but
I would say Empire's worse.
You see, Empire's worse. Power's definitely better, but Power's like got no message. No end game. No, like if I'm a man on the road and I watch Power, there's nothing to deter me or long term, even though it's entertainment. But then with Empire, I'll tell you what Empire is. I'm gonna break it down for everyone. Empire is a move to bring the homosexual community into our homes. Now, before anyone
to make you more comfortable.
Yeah, to make you more comfortable. Now, I'm gonna tell you straight. I ain't got no personal issue, because at the end of the day, like I said, if what a man does behind closed doors, that's up to him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with that. But what I'm trying to say is, if you look at the structure of Empire, the gay guy sings, man, constantly every episode he sings. So when he sings, that's people say that the writer's done it so you can say, yo, my man can sing still. I like my man. Then they bring the the scene with his man. You all are seeing when man is sucking man's hood and all them things. You get what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah,
break it down. You're not seeing it right. You're not seeing it right. Not no pornographic.
You see man on his knees and the camera's behind him.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
It's inferred. But man, I want you to break it down a little more, fam. Like, I know what you're talking about, but I want you to explain it more. You know, like how we were talking about it in the car.
Yeah.
The last time.
Yeah.
Explain it, man, because I know you haven't watched it, have you, Noble?
All right, let me break it down.
I refuse, man.
Explain it to Noble and the other people who ain't watched it.
All right, basically Noble, yeah. Empire. This is where a lot of our things are going wrong. Let me break it down. Empire is a gay director, which is Lee Daniels, yeah?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Now,
yeah.
I'm not even gonna keep saying there's nothing wrong, you know why? Because I'm not making no apologies. I'm breaking it down. Like if a man can say whatever he wants to say. When a man listens to the podcast, he can say whatever he wants. So I'm saying,
oh, you're homophobic.
Yeah. Now let me break it down. My man's gay.
Yeah.
Now at the end of the day, he's making a film, but just like if you're black and you're directing an all white cast, you're not meant to be biased. Now he's putting so much gay activity in it and trying to. What it does, it'll put like a famous person around the activity. So it becomes to where you're watching it now and you're saying to yourself, damn, this is a constant thing. This is a constant thing where it's like, yo, my man sings, then there's a love scene. So I'm saying, then you're like, damn, but I like the program.
Because the singing is there to break it down first.
The singing breaks down the barrier. Now what I'm trying to say is the actual writing of the program, it's written badly. I'm talking about the second season. It's written badly. There's no end game. There's nothing there till where it's even started going into some devil thing now. See what I'm saying? It's even started to go into some devil thing where man, I've got the Baphomet tattoo on his back and all them things. So I'm saying, damn, you are really starting to take this thing to another level, to a pit. You're taking this thing to a total different level now. You get what I'm saying? And that's when but what it shows me is that we don't have no decent film that's being released. We got filmmakers because everyone's singing and dancing and screaming F Gary, my man who made the Straight Outta Compton thing. But you can put me to direct that and I get the same results. See what I'm saying? Because when you got 100 million sitting down, you can just, I could have made that with 50 million because at the end of the day, the money's there and you pay people to do things. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Hold on. Oh, sorry to cut the thing. Did you take down the mental health thing?
Nah. It got flagged, didn't it? Because something got flagged.
Nah, I just sent it to my cousin and he just WhatsApped me saying it's been removed.
Yeah, it got flagged. It got flagged.
Yeah.
It got flagged. This is what I'm saying. There's enough biasness going on this thing. That's why I had to switch the camera. Because I'm sure the camera's on, you know. I had to switch the camera because they're not letting us put the artwork up. So safe, you can see my face then. You get me? If you're not letting us put the artwork up, you can see my face. I got Angel Garcia on my hat. See what I'm saying?
Man,
it's not no
man, them can't stop the truth, man. Them can't stop the truth.
The thing, hold on, how much shows have we done now on the Factory?
This is about the fourth one, but you, like I said,
the thing just started, you know.
I don't want people to look and be like, them man's where they're not going to be done. Because YouTube is slowing up the process, I'll say it straight.
But don't get it twisted, man. Like we always say, if you can't get you on a YouTube thing, the mixer's always there. I take my mic's falling down, technicals. The mixer's always there. You got the Podomatic, we got the iTunes. Obviously, the Podomatic's there. What's the Podomatic on? Is that on all platforms?
Yeah.
That's on all platforms. If you're like me and you got the Android, it's a Player FM thing. Otherwise, if you're Apple head, you can go through iTunes and you can just subscribe to the podcast from there. And obviously, once we put it up,
picking it up.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Once we put on the show, it'll just appear and you'll be able to watch it, download it, share it, do all them good things.
And you got the podcast addict as well, man. You got podcast addicts, you got podcast junkie. You know what I mean? We got pure platforms, man. So just
man, they're not
subscribe.
Nothing. They're not gonna stop nothing, man. So I'm saying, man ain't hiding from nothing. So since you're not letting us put up the artwork, we ain't got the multicam. obviously Steven's behind there. We ain't got the multicam, but they can put the camera on. I talk on the cam anyway.
You'll see me on cam in a minute, man. I ain't shy.
No,
I need a trim, but I ain't shy.
Yeah, man. So at the end of the day, he put it like this. So when you see when they are giving these cats money, when they are giving these man money, and when they are giving these mans money, and when they do make projects, what happens? We come up with Empire and things like this. I'm not saying that, but remember, people get so excited because there isn't no black shows out there.
Yeah.
But when you really check it out now,
exactly.
But when you really check it out, back in the day, we used to have Keenan and Kel, Bag of Foolishness, but it still had a family structure.
Yep.
Then you had One-on-One. Moesha. You got what I'm saying? Fresh Prince, my wife and kids.
Obviously,
let's talk about it, man.
You know what? All those, I ain't gonna lie, because I really grew up on that. Fresh Prince are always my favorite. You had the and that's something you could watch as a youth because it had that comedy aspect. Yeah, man. But then obviously, that had deep messages. The one episode that will always haunt me is when Will's dad came back. And the end of the episode, oh my God, when he bounced, and then mine was like, that's touching me now. I could cry now, I could cry now. I can't even go on camp. Mark, give me a tissue, fam. The end of the episode is so beautiful. The acting, everything's amazing. Yeah. Obviously, Will's breaking it down to Uncle Phil, saying, I don't need him. He wasn't there. And then mine just starts crying and all that. And then mine says, why did he want me, man? And starts, And then, you know how they killed it? The pan over to the statue that Will bought, and it's a statue of a dad basically holding his son in his lap. It's beautiful, fam.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. We used to have these kind of programs before. Now we don't.
But look, right? Look at the consciousness of our. You see, back then we had a resemblance of a community. You know what I mean? You would walk on road and you would see an elder, you would look them eye to eye and you say, good day, sir, good day, ma'am, or, however you want to do the address. But, people would feel safe and you would know your neighbor them. You couldn't roam the street, do no badness because your mom would know so-and-so from church or from, you know what I mean? We had a community. They stopped that and we can see the proof is in the pudding. We can see what's on television is blatantly affecting the youth. It affected us. As we was coming up, but trustfully, we had a stronger mentality not to say, you know what, we ain't jumping on this thing and do nothing wild and taking lives of other people who look like us. We're going to try and do something constructive with our lives, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, other people didn't have the strength and fortitude to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad, man. It's very sad that this is what it's come down to, man. But what happened to all them networks like Trouble?
Do you know what? Kind of that's things, a good question. I don't even know what happened to Trouble, That just evaporated one day, I used to watch everything on there, one-on-one, I used to watch all them things on it. It just disappeared, man.
Yeah, it's true.
They just fought down the little thing and gave us BET, fam.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's true. Yeah, they fought it all down,
and don't forget BET. BET got sold maybe about 5 years ago to some Jewish lady.
Oh yeah. Some white woman owns it, man. Yeah. That's why they're always clowning it on the Boondocks.
Buffoonery entertainment television.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. So because we haven't got no movie makers. We haven't got a platform like that. Like you can still have fun, Mans can shoot up the whole place, bomb up the whole place. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, but film, don't make every film like that.
No, but as long as there's a message, though. As long as there's a message in the film to say,
don't do it.
Look at
consequences of this.
The film with like you said, Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
At the end, like you seen like Doughboy, like his life was going nowhere.
Yeah. He got murked. He said he got bodied 2 weeks later.
Because it's showing you that, like, that's a terrible.
And obviously Trey made it out and
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. But obviously, all right, let's look at it from this angle because I'm curious now. Do we believe that there's space in today's market for those kind of films, though?
Like Boys in the Hood?
Yeah, let's not, like, obviously, like, if there was a up-to-date version, not the same thing, but, a kind of a modern day telling of, like, a ghetto story, but it gives you this kind of message, like not to do this or the consequences of this or this. Do you think there's a market in that? You think people would support that though? Because everyone's into these empires and powers, and you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you see, with empire and power, you can't hold, like, you know when they say you can fool the people some of the time, but you can't fool the people all of the time. Yeah, now remember with empire, that's hot now, but people are still gonna start.
Easy enough, though. It's easy enough.
Remember, the ratings are dropping.
Yeah,
because people are gonna start looking and saying, "Oh, man,
this is a bag of shit."
Yeah, this is a lot of rubbish. So you know what?
Pardon my French.
I'm not gonna support. I'm not gonna watch this no more. People are gonna start doing that. Some catch on earlier than others, but that's what it's gonna get to, where people start saying, "Well, I'm not gonna watch this film no more." So I'm saying, because at the end of the day, it's the same thing, round and round and round and round and round. So them things don't last forever. Like my wife and kids now, it was solid. So I'm saying it was a solid offering. So I'm saying, like, yeah, man, I see that. It's beautiful, man. So yeah, it was a solid offering where you could come home, you could watch it, you could catch joke. It had messages. I thought the dad was a bit too sarcastic, but he had morals, he had principles.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it was a bit too sarcastic for me.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, but it's not. But then at the same time, it was a good show. One-on-one, black dad looking after his daughter. Keenan and Kel, it was a stupid show, but it showed a family structure.
Yeah, that was the only thing with it. That was really, really aimed at kids, because it was on Nickelodeon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Back in the day, Nickelodeon. So I don't think that wasn't meant to be taken too serious, because the youth was running around screaming him love orange soda and all them things there.
Well, it still had a low key message.
Yeah, it did. So you gotta give it that. But speaking of how you
again, we can't get away from what were they showing us. They were showing us the imagery of a black family. You know what I mean? Where can we go to in 2015 and see a black family not messing about?
Not many places.
Not many places at all.
Sad. And the thing is, now you add things like, there was a couple other things you add. Which one?
No, which one? What are you thinking of?
No, man, there was even like Cousin Ski and that things, even as silly as that.
Yeah.
Still showed.
Why? I wish I could say the Cosby Show, but seeing how my man's going on, I don't want to give that cat no props. You get what I'm saying? And that used to be the ish back in the day.
Yeah,
that was the lick, man. Yeah, I mean, listen. I mean, you can draw that Cosby Show upon many different polarities, because the average black person didn't live like that. Unfortunately, that wasn't really a true representation of how black folk were living. That's number one. But two, again, on the positive side, at least it was an inspirational view on how, you know, a successful black family could live. You know what I mean? So for me, as a youngster in single figures, I used to peep that every Sunday on Channel 4 when we only had 4 stations. We didn't have no satellite. We didn't have no cable and nothing like that. So Sunday, 6:30, man used to be watching Cosby Show. Yeah, Different Worlds used to be coming on. Those were the staples. Yes, man. Them things there, where jewels were dropped in the game, the imagery was there, showing people who looked like us, who had been through the same kind of things as us on the television.
True.
In a positive light.
Even that comedy thing.
Yeah. I used to mess with that. I'm trying to avoid.
What's the other thing called?
Which one?
Yeah, at Pork Pie, Real McCoy.
Oh, BBC One. Remember classic, fam?
There was more things then than there is now.
Yeah, I still watch some of them skits on YouTube.
Yeah, now, there was more things then than there is now. Now it's just like joke thing.
Dana Vans and all them thing there.
There was things going on. We had little things going on, but now there's nothing really going on. So I'm saying like that.
Hey, okay, I got one question for you. All right, name me one Afro-Caribbean person on television as a personality today.
What do you mean? On TV doing things or just on TV?
On TV doing things, like a recognizable person. someone who you say, oh yeah, man, that's someone that not someone who's African. I'm talking about someone from the Caribbean or someone who's quote unquote Black Caribbean.
Why? I got a name in mind, but I don't even want to say him because he kind of dribbled over to the other side and that, fam.
You know what I'm thinking,
fam?
English.
You know
what I'm thinking, fam?
English.
I think knows what I'm thinking as well. You know what I'm thinking, fam?
English.
Henry, fam.
Oh, Lenny Henry, you got them man. No one take them man serious.
That's
really.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
Now.
Oh, now.
Talking about now, though. I ain't talking. That's talking about 2015 times.
No one. Really?
That's what I'm saying. There's no one. There's no one representing us. When you turn the television on, all we're seeing is Africans.
I can't even say Idris, because he's a sausage.
African. My man's African. He ain't from the Caribbean.
Oh, it is African.
You know what? There's no one,
Nah, there's no one.
I'm gonna throw the towel in now. There's no one. There's
nobody.
There's nobody out there who's really doing this thing like that. See what I'm saying? There's no one out there like that.
And as we highlighted back in the day, all you would see, well, not even constantly, but when something was on, we'd be there, all right, then Trevor McDonald. Yeah.
Idiot, that man.
Like, is he still reading news and thing? I know he does the shows and that.
He's retired.
Now, them man there, like, them man to me, like, them man's to me is some straight token kind of guys.
Uncle
like,
Tomish.
Oh, yeah.
He's a token. He's a token. Like, he's a token. And that woman the woman from Brum, at the end of the day, she could potentially see this. Because I know a lot of these local people, that woman who comes on Good Morning.
Trisha.
Not Trisha. Not Trisha.
Oh,
There's like a chubby black woman who reads like certain things. I think she was on Big Brother or something. What's her name? Help me out.
What's her name?
I don't know. I don't know the name though.
Yeah.
She's come from Great Bar or so, man.
Yeah, man, that's an idiot as well. I'm saying because, like, if they look, like I said, so I'm saying we need a petition. We need to get us on. We need to be on Question Time. You can't put me on those stupid.
They can't put us on there. We need a petition. I'll shut that down.
Put man on Question Time.
They need to put me on their late edition or something, fam. Past the watershed when the youths have gone to bed. You get me? Turn it round, man. Turn it round, man. Obviously, they need to put me on the watershed when the youths are gone to bed. You get me? So the words don't hurt up them head. Yo, man's a poet and I know it, Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, man. You don't know, sibling.
Got them bars for them.
Man, they need to put man on Question Time fast. Man need to be on there, man.
True, man. But obviously, all right, Mark, going back to what you said, if we did have them kind of things now, they'd have to change it. You know what? I think you're right, you'd have to come at them from like a power kind of perspective though. And the message, I kind of think it might all have to be subliminal,
Yeah.
Like some underlying message. It couldn't be like I don't think it could be an in your face thing. Because I think once it's an in your face thing, the ratings might start to drop.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
True, that is true.
I think you'd have to hit them at every angle. I think you'd have to hit them subliminal. You'd have to hit them in your face. You know what I mean? You'd have to hit them from every conceivable way possible to bring the righteousness out to these youth. Them, you know what I mean? They're gonna have to see bodies on the ground as a result of foolishness. Then they're gonna have to see the result of man who put the bodies them on the ground, walking around with the guilt of doing that there, you know what I mean? And then showing man in the penitentiary for 22 hours a day doing foolishness.
Yeah, it's true. Obviously, it's true. Obviously, but if we're really talking about we're gonna engage the youths, you're gonna have to show some efforts and some foolishness. You get me? You can't all be set. Of course. You're gonna have to have some nonsensical stuff in there, else you're gonna lose them along the way.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a journey.
It will be difficult, man. You have to. You gotta keep them, but drop the gems, plant the gems in the product. Yes, you know what I'm saying, but you can't like. I don't want to hear none of them men that are staying up to watch. Yeah, still that staying up to watch Empire moaning about this God's an Egypt thing.
Because you kind of you're part of the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem, my dog.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that brings me back to my point I was making earlier on. It's true. A lot of them people who are moaning, you know, won't be supporting the movement though. They're just vexed because they're like, nah, it's a disrespect thing. You get me? Yeah. Just like with the Paris thing, they're getting caught up in the hype. Just like that H&M thing we talked. Was it last week we talked about that? Yeah. Just about that H&M thing we talked about last week. When you're like, oh, I should boycott the thing. Why you obviously with the film you can boycott it, but with the fashion thing, why are you boycotting it? That's been running from day that. Obviously, and you notice a few black people in there tokens. Tokens that you put in the machine to get a can of Coke from tokens.
I turn this thing around.
Turn it around.
I'm saying the man can see what's going on. There's a next big point, you know, out there. So I'm saying that people are vexed about where everyone's moaning about this whole Black James Bond situation. Now let me just explain my stance on this.
Yes, please.
Me personally, I don't want to see a Black James Bond, you know, because why is a man? To me, it represents an English youth who fights for
Queen of
MI5. Is down
License
with the Queen.
To kill.
Is down with the with that movement.
There's nothing black about that.
There's nothing black about that. So why is my man fighting to play James Bond? Why ain't he fighting to play Shaft or something? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fight to play something that has something to do with you.
Fight for something that's yours, fam. Ian Fleming didn't have no black man's in mind. Don't get gas, you know, just because he must have wrote some of it when he was in Jamaica or wherever his island is and blah. But don't make that gas, you know. Mine just wanted to look a banana and coconut water, fam, and to relax and write things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You get me? Because he might have wrote some of it in Jamaica or while he was in the Caribbean, but none of it's based in the Caribbean, is it?
Yeah, it's a lot. But at the end of the day, like, it don't bother me. I don't want to see no black band.
I'm not fussed, man. That's not our thing.
If you want to see a black band, there's something wrong with you, because it's an English thing. It's an English thing. Like, look. The time when Bond was running around, how long's Bond been running since the 80s?
Yes, man. Yeah, how much man's
been
Bond?
Exactly.
Bond's been running since the late 60s, fam.
So what black man was running around them times there? Get out of here with that, man. It represents an English thing. Like, look how they have the Aston Martin and all them things. I kept telling man, stop driving them kind of whips, man. Them kind of whips don't represent our thing. All this, they don't represent our movement. You see what I'm saying?
True that.
I know a man might say, what kind of car does this? But at the same time, it definitely an Aston Martin.
We ain't got no car company.
What I'm saying.
You get me? We could go in about all the cars, even the German things and that. But obviously, you ain't got a leg to stand on. We ain't got our own thing, so we have to drive. It's either you drive that or it's a Foot Express thing.
Hey, but I'll tell you one thing though. I'll tell you one good thing. The African, I don't know what part of Africa, I think it might be Ghana, but they've got their own car company now.
Is that thing where they've made it a natural resource? Is that one?
Nah, the proper production line and everything. I think it's like a cheap, like a Kia type equivalence.
We need that. We need that, man. We need that fast. What's the name of that? What's the name of that?
I'll find it and drop the link. I can't remember off the top of my head, so I've seen it a couple of months back.
Yeah, man. We need that, man. We need that fast. And I hope all these footballers and that buy 5 of them. So I'm saying.
Yeah, we hope, but we know what's real. They're running to the Italians, fam.
Man's are even naming now. Let's talk about it. No, let's talk about it. Man's are even naming their record label Maybach Music. Like you got shares in the company or something. Yeah. You think that man's care about?
The man don't give. That man are sitting around laughing at you know. Like when you do these tunes saying Versace, and all these other craps. The man's are laughing at you. They're like, look at these monkeys just jumping around, hyping up our thing.
Yep.
Like you got endorsement from them. They don't even want you to wear the thing, fam. Look how much of them have come out and said, right, yo, we don't like them nignugs, you know. I don't want them in my thing. I made for them.
Seriously. All they're saying is F you, pay me. That's it.
Exactly. Plain and simple. But like we were like, just to kind of reiterate on the Black Bond thing, obviously that's like what we were saying earlier though. That's man trying to come into the system and you're trying to grab at what's not yours. You get me? Yeah. When you're a liquor, your mom said, nah, you're not having no cookies till you finish your dinner. You try and pull this, you try and pull the stool to the unit and try and climb up and reach the cookies and you still can't reach. That's us. Well, that's not all of us, but that's us stupid ones or uneducated ones trying to reach for the Black Bond. It's out of your reach. It's unattainable. It's not gonna happen.
Man should be making a film about a man who is the opposite to ban. Like, you should be making a film where there's a black thing because mans couldn't get into MI5, we had to start our own thing and solve problems.
Hey, you know what? I can't wait.
Why ain't man's doing a film like that?
Black Panther, man. Because if mans don't know, mans need to YouTube it. There was a little series that had, I think it was like 5 to 8 episodes deep.
Yeah.
And I was surprised they showed it. They showed the realness, fam. Captain America's first mission, it was deployed into Africa, Wakanda, fam.
Yep.
Black Panther, boss up that, fam. Put that to sleep, blood.
Yes.
Yeah. Get me? I'm gonna watch that again when I get home. Some big boy kicks, that was sleeping, fam. The so-called super soldier.
That's the thing. That's the thing, man.
He couldn't fight. He couldn't test the plantain and jollof rice, fam. Kicked him over, fam. Get me, blood.
Yeah, man, it's true, man. It's true.
Hey, but look at what they do, though. Look at what they do. We go back to what the Hunger Games. These people, then
God Almighty, man. I hate.
Were bawling about how the thing in the book she was supposed to be Caucasian, and you got some toffee-headed mixed race gal in the thing. You can't. That's not right, and blah blah blah. Then you fast forward to Annie. They remake Annie, and they make Annie again some little mixed race thing with toffee hair and all these things that all scream. Yes.
Why not Will Smith's thing?
I'm sure he had something to do with it still. Yeah.
But the thing, even with that, all right, fair enough. You're gonna remake the thing and make it black. No offense. Why did they make the love interest?
I ain't watched it.
I ain't watched it, but I know the gist of it. Yeah. And I think it kind of starts checking that Diaz thing. They could have made that some. She didn't necessarily have to be black, but they could have made it someone of color. If you made everything else of color, though, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they're trying to pose a. When you look at these mans, there's a message that man are trying to put out there. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you notice, Master P is always singing about. Mans need to build up this, and black people need to do that. And then when you look at Romeo, I know. His girl?
I know.
You get what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear
some like blonde Texas cheerleader kind of thing.
But that's when I say to myself, well, Master P, what are you talking about?
You ain't even got your own house in order.
Exactly.
So you can't tell me nothing, fam. You're chatty patty, fam.
Exactly.
Real talk.
This is the problem.
Lamb flavor. You get me?
This is the problem, and it's sad but true. So I'm saying it's sad but true. But people out there need to understand, you need to understand that these mans are just talking, you get me? Because you're gonna say all this, we need to do that, we need to do this. And then when you look at my man's child now, what's going on there? So I'm saying.
But it's like what we kind of touched on briefly. I always keep saying this, but it's true because we've talked about a lot in these shows. When we were kind of talking about like the false prophets things and the false prophet / false leader thing. And there's a lot of that going around because thanks to things, obviously Google's beautiful, but thanks to things like Google and Bing, these kind of worldwide search engines, all information is basically available instantaneously. So
yeah, but
it's given a lot of people this element of fake wisdom, let's say that.
Yeah.
So a man will just say, oh yeah, that's riches, and get me, and then reel off and put up a quote and thing and be like, oh yeah, like something about it, you get me?
Yeah.
Or he's just read a thing and copied and pasted it off Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah. Do
you get what I'm saying? That's why you always get these mans behind the screen trying to preach the gospel, but they're not living that. Most of the time, the mans who are preaching it aren't living these kind of things, but they're the first mans who want to make noise and black man need to do this and we don't do this.
Yes.
That's why the Indian man pass us, the white man a clown us, this man a drown us. You get me?
Yeah,
all them thing there?
The same mans that changed their thing to the same mans that changed their
safe. What they change it to, fam? The French flag thing.
Yeah, man.
So that's fine. I'm seeing cats on Facebook. How do I do it? Shut your mouth, man.
Yeah. I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You get the thing come true.
Yeah, I'm gonna show man this thing right now.
So it's just one of them things, man.
I don't know if you can see this code, You
have to kind of pull it right close to the camera, and it doesn't really catch the glare in that there.
I hope people can see.
That's the one we had in. All
right, look on this. I'm gonna hold.
You know what you do after? Show them
what that is.
Show them
that's real. I want people to know that's real. That's French man with the beheaded, with the severed heads
African Moors, isn't it?
of the Moors, yeah.
Show them the you got the other one. Wait name? The stamp. The stamp that they had as well.
There you go. That's French soldiers posing with beheaded. Look properly, man. That's French soldiers posing with.
So they had them there.
Beheaded.
And all you need to do, siblings, is Google the thing and just click on the image section, and you will see these horrific images live yourself.
Oh yeah, this is a stamp. Get me? I'm gonna show them the stamp. No.
Yeah, show them.
That's a stamp.
That's an
what a man licks and puts on a letter.
I think that was 19.
So check that out. Yeah. This is what
man's decorating his yards with heads, you know. And you're trying to tell me to change my thing to red, white, and blue. Your best man will slap you up with a baguette, rude boy.
More than a baguette, man.
You get me?
And don't forget, say
that over there, man.
For real, man. Keep it, bury it, because only a couple of years ago they gave back the womb and sexual organs, etc., of Sarah Bartman, aka Sarah Sanji Bartman. They had that was that woman. Yeah, that was the sister who had the posterior, you know what I mean, which was real big. And they took her from her native place, took her around as a circus thing, turned her into a prostitute and all kind of foolishness. And then in her death, they then stuffed her and had her exhibited, and then had her sexual organs exhibited in a museum in France up until early 2000s.
You know, I'm never going back to that country again, fam. Real talk.
we might have to do some business out there. We have to get some of that guap they got over there.
True.
Yeah, man, we gotta get that.
We're gonna
back.
take a quick.
True. I'm gonna, but if I go, I might as well. All right, let me talk about my talk. I'm gonna have to go out there, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go out with a heavy heart, you know, fam.
You have to.
Yes.
So I need to make sure I come back with my pockets full to try and make me feel look better.
Yes,
you get what I'm saying?
That's how we do it.
All right, we're gonna take a little advert break. And then we're going to come back. So we're going to take this advert break and we'll be back right after these messages, yeah?
Don't go nowhere.
What did man forget?
There's nothing radical about the truth. The truth is the truth. Right now, you're locked into the truth with the Express Truth with Mark Hamilton and Stephen Brown.
The truth is this, black man can't fall again, right?
Y'all listen to the Express Truth Show with my man Mark Hamilton. So stay locked in, is it?
Buying tickets has never been easier with the launch of the Hatman online ticket store, where you can purchase tickets for an array of events, including after parties, concerts, comedy shows, theater plays, dances, festivals, and many more. So what are you waiting for? Click and go buy your tickets at hatman.com. where we are happy to help and here to serve you 24/7.
Salon Park Maryland, Houston's premier beauty solution, is where you consult on a stylist that best fits your needs. From shortcuts, long styles, extensions, relaxers, color, highlights, natural hair, even nails and eyelashes. With its 60 beauty professionals specializing in healthy black hair care, it is one unique salon experience. Salon Park Maryland, South Post Oak at Belfort. Find them on Facebook and online at salonparkmaryland.com.
Let's hear from Beryl now.
Look, I've seen a youth doing it around town in public.
They've no shame.
It wouldn't happen in my day,
Oh.
and now it's started near me. This outrageous Portugasm thing.
Portugasm, the elevated strategy through dining on Portuguese peri-peri chicken at your local Nando's, including the new Northcote restaurant now open in High Street, right near Beryl. Nando's, truly enlightened Portuguese dining.
Portuguese? It's un-Australian.
Basmati's Indian restaurant in Westergate, Chichester brings you the true taste of home cooking to your table. Basmati's back-to-basics approach to cooking has been used in Asian homes for generations, with fresh food and subtle flavours and no artificial flavours and additives. A little more effort for the chefs means delicious dishes for you. So to taste home-style cooking, go to Basmati Indian Restaurant in Knighton Road, Chichester and Market Square, Petworth. Find out more at basmatigroup.co.uk.
There's nothing radical about the truth. The truth is the truth. So right now you're locked into the truth with the Express Truth with Mark Hamilton and Stephen Brown.
Nothing but the truth, baby.
We're back, man. We're back. There's a quick break that everyone can go.
To keep the lights on. You get me?
Everyone can go and get their cold drinks and whatnot because you know we keep this thing real, man. We keep this thing flowing.
Add another spoonful of sugar to the tea. You get me? Stir that up.
Non-stop entertainment, man. Non-stop.
Yeah, man.
Those that don't know, you know what? I don't usually push products, you know, but I have to push these because they're amazing.
Hold on, the camera. Yeah, show it.
I have to push these, you know. Fire! You see if you can get to your local store. Show them that, fam. And get those up. Poundland.
You can't see nothing, Reggie.
You can't see nothing?
You can't see it?
We can't see nothing. This is, you ain't, no cameras on still.
Cameras on?
Right. It must be on some technical or something.
Peanut butter Oreos, yeah? Mad. Wicked and bad. Large.
Yeah, man, me see them.
They're bad, you know? They're bad.
So yeah, man. So listen, as we at now. Yeah, we were basically before the advert break. We were basically just talking about the lack of positive images on TV, and this comes after the major backlash of the movie Gods of Egypt, which is a movie based on Egypt that has a full white cast. One token, I say that twice so you understand exactly what it is. One token black character who's in the project. And it's something where people are very upset. I was saying, if you want to just locking in now, I was saying that you can't really have a problem if you ain't for. So what I'm saying,
or prepared to fund your own movies.
Yeah, or support. Or, I don't like the word support, but or going to watch self-made.
Basically, doing more
movies.
than chatting, whether it's on the keyboard or you're meeting up, or you get me? Because a lot of people love to chat. I think that let's not say support. Think they're down for a cause because they're talking about it. Do you get what I'm saying? You're not a politician, so talking can't really do things like that out here. You get me?
Exactly. So
foot on the ground is what we need. Physically doing the work. This talking, this gassing, that don't mean nothing. Hence the slang to man's a gassing. Let's do it, man. Let's physically put in the work.
Yeah. Basically, people need to start supporting, so I'm saying, black film, because we've been trying, so I'm saying, for a long time to make it in Britain, because if you ain't lottery funded or you ain't got Prince Charles funding your thing, it's going to be hard for you to get your thing out there.
Or you're not prepared to adhere to the powers that be rules. You're not gonna. Well, it's not mean you're not gonna get far, but it's gonna be harder for you. They're gonna try and fight down your thing.
Yeah, they're gonna fight you down. They don't want you to get far. They don't want it.
What's my youth's name who made adulthood and kidulthood? He's made pure film.
No Clark.
Yeah, man. My youth.
He's not refunded though.
What you say? Exactly. What you say? Yeah. He's got Kate behind him. Not anymore though. He used to.
But look at the point. The point I'm trying to make, right, is look at the capability that brother had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, he's a mulatto though, right? Is he a full 100% original brother or what?
I'm not sure, you know.
I couldn't tell you.
Let me try and find
out.
Someone let us know.
The point is, he had the capability to bring forth, you know what I mean, as we're talking about right now, but because he's lottery funded and because he was easily swayed, he went down a path of making nonsense.
Yeah, because them films are silly, really. Let's keep it real.
Foolishness, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of stupidness. it just reinforced certain stereotypical
obviously,
views.
I was surprised though. Look where the cat started on Doctor Who running around after Billy Piper, fam.
I never watched that.
yeah. I watched. You gotta look. That's where he started. Still, that's when he was first kind of on screen like that.
Yeah.
You got good memory, Lord. I don't remember that.
That was man. That was the early one, man. That was Christopher. I think it was Christopher. I used to do this Doctor Who thing. Christopher. I think it was Eccleston with the big ears and that. My man.
Nah, but a man was telling me, a reputable man name will remain nameless for obvious reasons. But he was telling me that when you get
sorry to cut you, fam. He must be full black. I think he's 100% because it says that he's the son of Trinidadian immigrants.
Aye. So, there's a guy who basically was telling me that on a lot of these British UK sets, they put little coke, they give man coke and them kind of things.
Yeah.
They give man coke and give man beer and man like I tell you straight, like do some research on that other prep who used to be in Red Dwarf. Craig something. Do some research on him.
Oh God, I have to Google it now.
Because he even said himself that
Craig Charles.
Yes, Craig Charles.
Yeah, and I think he was in Coronation Street.
Yeah, is he still in that?
Yeah, I think
none of them.
He said himself that obviously the all little things at man and say like, yo, like deal with that. And then obviously your head would spin. Do you know what I'm saying? And you'd act a fool. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
but look what happened to him as well. Didn't they try and throw some child molestation thing on him about 10 years ago?
But the thing that's kind of shady with that, bare of them Coronation Street cats have come through with that, you know.
Yeah,
There's been about 3 or 4 of them, I think, accused of that.
Even man's like Ken Barlow and them kind of man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. But obviously, like you have to big up man's like Curly and that who used to pay Curly.
Yeah.
Them man used to spend a lot of money with men still. Do you know what I'm saying? So I have to shout at them kind of brothers like that Curly because them man used to show love. There's another cat who's on Coronation Street now who spends money with man. I forgot his name. That geezer man. Look on
the brother.
Yeah.
Never got your Insta.
Find out that guy's name, man. There's a Coronation Street.
I was in the shop when he came in.
Yeah, man. And the deal is still. So I'm saying, like how the thing goes and how certain mans ain't gonna get true, certain mans ain't gonna get true and rare. See what I'm saying? Break it down.
And salute.
I'm not just a talker. Get me that thing over. Get me that picture there, fam. Because I'm not just a talker, you know. See what I'm saying? Look here.
Yeah, we're still streaming, Lord. Still streaming on
Mixler.
Nah, on YouTube.
Yeah, we're still on YouTube. I don't know if you can see that. Look, this is just to show you, man, a talker here, man. When we made the project, can you see that?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's what they tried to do. Man.
Tried to fight down the thing. Yeah, large up, shout out, big up Custard Factory though.
Yeah, man, you see that? Yeah. Well, we got a next film dropping anyway, and it's not a stereotype film.
Too violent, you know. These motherfuckers, these demons think they slick.
That's the premiere or whatnot.
Get me? Man, switch up the swag. Man, red carpet, wherever, you know. Should have been at the BAFTAs, root boy.
But we got a next film dropping, man.
Let me just cut you there, fam. I found this cat's name. Shout out Gareth Berliner, man. Gareth Berliner, that's a good guy. Shout him out, fam. See, he's in Doctor Who as well. It says
that's a good guy. I'm saying, honest guy. See what I'm trying to say? And I got nothing but good words to say about him because there's a next brother that we met as well who was I'll tell you straight, I was in Pinewood. That new film that you see, that new Star Wars thing, I was on set for that film. So I'm saying I never seen the Black Youths. I was there when they were doing some next kind of Jedi kind of thing. See what I'm saying? I was right there, man. I was in the canteen. I think I told this story before. I was in Pinewood at big budget filming this film, and went in the canteen. All the mans was up in the canteen, man. Some big time actors and that. And one brother was serving curries and all that. One black guy, and I said, "Yo, like, what's going on? Like, where's all the black actors?" And he kind of broke it down to me. We was talking for well over an hour. and he kind of brought down enough things. Then I met a next guy who was in The Dark Knight, and he was in Fast and Furious as well. Just small parts, but he was just saying like how
that brother who came in the shop.
Nah, not him. We met him as well.
Yeah.
What else was he?
He used to be a dub plate drama, fam.
All right, he was in dub plate drama.
I can't remember his name.
I'm saying,
you want to find his name? I'll find him.
Find him, man. But there was a next guy who was in Fast and Furious and The Dark Knight. I forgot his name, but I was chopping it up with him, and he kind of broke it down to me as well and let me know exactly how this thing goes. That it's not all what you see. You have to take the independent route. So when you're talking about films like Gods of Egypt and things like that, if you're not doing this thing independent, you ain't got a leg to stand on, really. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Obviously, the One Day movie and that, there was no real. It was inaccurate, as far as I see it, and there was no real like message there. Like Birmingham's not like that for one. It's a movie still. It's a movie, but it was just inaccurate. Like I think when you're gonna put a £1 million into a project, you need to
Is that how much they spent on it?
Yeah, this but they spent 750,000 and then a further 250,000. Man,
that's a money laundering thing, boss. That wasn't a 750 fucking film.
I could have shot that for with the actors. I'm saying I could have shot that for like 100K, everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Fucking hell, man. A joke thing. So you listen, they need to come with the next one then, and we just do it. You know what I mean? We just need to write the check, and we just do the thing.
Yeah, man, need to get some checks. Obviously, that you need the budget, but obviously, like that Penny Woodcock or whatever her name is, she come down to bro. Penny, Penny, you know what's going on. Holla, give man a check. But obviously, give man a check. Matter of fact, don't even give man a check. Just give us a slot to put something out, to put out a quick hour documentary on Channel 4, and you'll see what's going on. Do you know what I'm saying?
I found a dub plate. Shout out Dwayne Henry, man, from Dub Plate.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
All right, Dwayne Henry, that's the guy who was
Birmingham
talking
better too.
Yeah, man, he's Birmingham.
Yeah,
but he's Birmingham actor, but he was keeping it real with us with it as well. I think he was in Dark Knight as well, innit?
Yeah, he was telling us.
Yeah, he was in the Dark Knight as well.
I think he said something like the cut it or something.
So remember, we're not talking about no small actors, you know. Dark Knight's $1 billion movie, you know. That's what I'm saying. $1 billion, you know. So when you're dealing with like mans like that, you must know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And even the guy who played Biggie as well. You know what I'm saying? Gravy.
Man's met
him in Jamaica. He was at the hotel. Staying next door to us.
Yeah. Oh, was he next door?
He was next door, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Like all these actors, man, even all them guys from what's the thing called? I forgot the name. The one back in the day thing. I'm back in the day. Things still. When it comes to me, I'll say. But yeah, there's a lot of projects that was good in the past. But we need that energy going forward now. We need that energy going forward.
Definite, man. Definite. A renaissance, man. We need a renaissance to this of that old school righteousness.
Exactly.
You know, it's bubbling. It's bubbling. What we just need that extra push to bring it to the top, man. The cream. Remember, cream always rises to the top.
Exactly. Belly was good. I liked Belly. Belly was solid.
That had content, man. That had some content, definite.
Because it finished up like it went around it up, you see what I'm saying? It finished up good. But yo, I don't want to just waffle out on the broadcast. You saying, man?
Yeah, man, we gotta wrap it. Yeah, I gotta wrap it.
Gotta wrap it, man, because don't forget it's almost Christmas, you know.
Yeah, man.
The Roman Catholic thing.
The alleged, you know what? We see, we're gonna go in on that soon, man. Listeners and siblings out there, we're gonna go in on that. We're gonna do a full broadcast dedicated to the pagan festival of Christmas, of Jesus, and we're gonna give you the full knowledge of the whole of that date and what it represents.
Gonna make them know, man.
Yeah, man.
Definitely, man.
So
it's been a blast, man.
Yeah, it's been a blast.
It's been a beautiful show.
So we'll be back on again, same time next week, 8 o'clock. Subscribe, like, share. This YouTube thing is very hard because I'm constantly seeing 3, 5 people on now, man. I want to see some 3 to 500 people on. See what I'm saying?
Tell a friend, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell our boyfriend, to tell him cousin, to tell him neighbor. Oh.
All right.
Yo, what we say? Signing out. Oh, remember, man, be down for the cause and don't be a chatty patty. Be flavor.
Yeah, each one piece, bro. Peace.
There's nothing radical about the truth. The
truth. Never lie, man. I never lie.
So right now you're locked into the truth with the Express Truth with Mark Hamilton and Stephen Brown.
Y'all listen to the Express Truth Show with my man Mark Hamilton. So stay locked in, is it?
You are now locked into the Express Truth Show, presented by Mark Hamilton and Sapper Divine. Real action.